Have you ever looked at the cost of studying in the UK or Australia and thought, how am I supposed to afford this? Because when you add tuition, accommodation, food, and transport, studying in countries like the UK or Australia can become very expensive. But what if I told you there is a way to study in Malaysia and still get access to UK or Australian qualifications? In some cases, you can even graduate with 2 degrees. So how does this actually work? And which universities offer these options? And most importantly, how much are you going to pay? Let us break it down. Hello, I'm Mohammed and welcome to QETC Kenya. One of the first options you should know about is international branch campuses. Basically, instead of Malaysian universities partnering with a UK or Australian university, the international university actually has its own campus in Malaysia. And 2 good examples are the University of Nottingham Malaysia and Monash University Malaysia. Let us start with Nottingham. If you know the University of Nottingham, you already know that it is a well-known UK university. But did you know that you can study at Nottingham campus in Malaysia? You follow the Nottingham curriculum while studying in Malaysia. And the university offers an inter-campus transfer program. So, for example, you start your degree in Malaysia and later transfer to the UK campus to complete your studies. And you can also have the opportunity to spend a semester in the UK. Now, here is the part that makes this interesting. The tuition at Nottingham Malaysia ranges from 14,300 to 18,000 US dollars per year depending on the course. So, let me ask you, if you can start your degree in Malaysia and then have the option to study in the UK later, will you still want to pay UK living cost for your entire degree? That is something worthy of thinking about. Now let us look at Australia. Another major international university in Malaysia is Monash University. Monash is one of Australia's group of 8 universities and it has a full campus in Malaysia. Depending on the cost, the tuition ranges from 13,000 to 17,800 US dollars per year. And just like Nottingham, they also have international mobility option. Through Monash's global intercampus program, students can spend a semester or 2 studying in campuses in Australia. So imagine this. You start your university journey in Malaysia. Get used to university life. You are living in Kuala Lumpur. And then later, you get the opportunity to experience studying in Australia. Wouldn't that give you the best of both worlds? But wait, what if you don't want to study at a foreign university branch campus? What if you want to study at a Malaysian university but still graduate with a UK qualification? That is where things get really interesting. Let us talk about dual degrees. One university you should know about is Sunway University. Sunway has a long-standing partnership with Lancaster University in the UK. For eligible dual degree programs, tuition ranges from 9,800 to 12,000 US dollars per year depending on the course. And here is what makes it interesting. When you complete your relevant program, you will receive 2 degree certificates, one from Sunway University and one from Lancaster University in the UK. Now here is another thing. What if you decide you want to spend your final year studying in the UK at Lancaster? Eligible Sunway dual student can receive a 20% discount on international tuition fees at Lancaster. So you can start in Malaysia, and if you want the UK experience later, you have that option. But if you're interested in technology, AI, cybersecurity, then you should definitely look at Asian Pacific University or APU. APU is particularly known for areas like computer science, cybersecurity, data analytics, and artificial intelligence. APU has a dual degree partnership with De Montfort University in the UK. Tuition ranges from 9,200 to 12,000 US dollars per year depending on the course. And under the relevant dual degree program, you can graduate with 2 separate degrees, certificates, and transcripts. Now, think about that for a moment. You are studying in Malaysia, but you are also working towards UK certificate. So, if you are planning a career in technology, will having 2 qualifications from different universities be something you will want on your CV? For many students, that is a very attractive option. But we are not done yet, because here is another university that gives the student quite a lot of flexibility, and that is Taylor's University. Taylor's offers dual award program as well as overseas transfer and training pathways. For example, in areas such as business and computing, Taylor's works with the University of the West of England, Bristol. also known as UWE Bristol. Tuition at Taylor's ranges from around 14,500 to 17,000 US dollars per year depending on the course. Or if you want an actual overseas experience, you can look at twinning structures such as 1+2 or 2+1. Now you might be wondering, what exactly is a 1+2 or a 2+1 program? It's actually quite simple. In a 1+2, you study your first year in Malaysia and transfer for your remaining 2 years overseas. And in a 2+1, you spend 2 years in Malaysia and then 1 year overseas. So you can choose how much of your degree you want to spend in Malaysia and how much you want to spend overseas. And here is why I think this is important. Not every student has the same budget. Not every parent can afford 3 or 4 years of international tuition and living expenses. So instead of thinking, I have to choose between Malaysia and the UK, you can look at it differently. Why not start in Malaysia and then decide later whether you want to go overseas? That can give you a more flexible options. Now let us talk about the big question. How much money can I actually save? If you go directly to the UK or Australia, the tuition can easily be around 25,000 to 35,000 US dollars per year depending on the university and the course. And that is just tuition. You still have accommodation, food, transport, and you have all the other costs that come with living abroad. Over 3 years, the total cost can become very expensive. Now compare that to studying in Malaysia. The universities we have talked about have a tuition range from 9,200 to 18,000 US dollars per year depending on the university and the course. And because you are living in Malaysia, your everyday living cost can be more manageable than living in major cities in the UK or Australia. And here is the thing. I don't want you to look at this and simply say Malaysia is cheaper. That is not really the point. The real question is, what pathway gives you the best value for your money? Maybe you want a full international university experience. Maybe you want 2 degrees. Maybe you want to study in Malaysia for 2 years and then transfer overseas. Or maybe you want to complete your entire degree in Malaysia. The right answer depends on you. And that is why choosing a university shouldn't start with which university is the most famous. It should start with, what do I want to study? What are my grades? What is my budget? And do I want the option to study overseas later? Because once you answer those questions, your university options become much clearer. If you are a Kenyan student or parent and you are thinking, okay, but how do I actually figure all this out? That is where QETC Kenya comes in. Our job is to make sense of all of this for you. You can come to us with your academic results and tell us what you want to study and give us an idea of your budget. We will help you look at the available universities and course options and guide you through the application process. We can also assist you with the EMGS student visa, medical insurance, accommodation, and other arrangements for your journey to Malaysia. And the best part, our consultation and application support are completely free. So if you are serious about studying in Malaysia, don't just pick a university because you saw it on social media. Talk to us first. Let us look at your grades, your course, your budget, and the kind of international experience you want. You will find our WhatsApp contact and other details in the description below. Now let me ask you one question. If you had the choice, would you rather spend your entire degree in the UK or Australia, or start in Malaysia and use one of those international or dual pathway? Tell me what you will choose in the comment section. And if this video helped you understand your options, give us a like, subscribe to QETC Kenya, and I will see you in the next one.